Okay, welcome back, everybody. I decided to make this part 3. So who? We are talking about who's. These are the who's, the first things that we interact with when we're born. It's going to be our family. And so those are going to be a who, because they're people. And so that means Awani. And so we'll get into some more who's, like the animals are going to be who's, and some of the plants will be who. There's a few other really interesting things that are going to be Awani, because they are also who. Anyway, so Awani will go with na and wa, and that's going to be that and this. So who is that and who is this? And Awani geek is going to go with ni geek and yo geek. So we geeked out there. It's supposed to be like that. And those are going to be those and these. So that's kind of more like the plural. This is the singular. It's really easy to see because this is just like a real short word. These are longer words. And it's the same thing with over here. Kagwaso will go with nili and yolil. Or nilil and yolil. And kagwi will go with ni and yo. And none of these will go with any of these. And none of these will go with any of these. Because these are all our who's or our awanis. And these are all of our what's or our kagwis. But what I really do want to do right now is go through our awanis again. And we want to express gratitude towards them, because this is part 3 of still expressing gratitude. So we're doing Wliwni. And so we do have other great spirits, Tapadak and Manitou. And so we're going to say thank you to all these folks here. Wliwni Nokamis. Wliwni Nigawas. Wliwni Nokem. Wliwni Nokamis. And I just want to take a break and just go back to this for a second really quick. So it's the difference between Wliwni and Wliwni, or Wliwni, Wliwon. It's not important how exactly you say it, because we're going to kind of know what you're saying. Everybody's going to know what we're saying. We're going to have a great idea, and if not, we can ask. We can ask Kagwi, or we can ask Awani. And a really good reason for me to explain this too, I've tried to explain it a couple times, but I've got auntie written here, and I say auntie. Some people say aunt or auntie. And so we've gone over that, and basically there's different ways people say things. And so I hope by now that you know how to say Wliwni, the way that makes you feel the most comfortable. So I think that's the key thing right there. And that you feel comfortable saying some of these other awanis. So these other who's, these other people. And then we're going to say Wliwni to our girlfriends again. And so that's going to be Nidôba My Friend. And our spouses. And that's Wliwni Niswiak. Okay, and that niece is not where the emphasis is. The emphasis is on the ak. Niece, it's actually I'm gonna say it now. It's 2, number 2. So we're gonna go through some of the numbers here in a couple of videos, and so we might go back to this Awani while we're doing the video for the counting, because this just means like my other half, 2 people or my second person, kind of, you know. It's kind of like referring to that. So. And then we've got Wliwni Nidôba. Wliwni Nidôba. And we're going to say that a bunch, because we're going to say that to pretty much everybody who's at any event that we go to, or people we don't really have a familiar, like they're not part of our family, but we've got a lot of friends, right? And I wanted to honor my brother, and just really say thank you to him, and express gratitude, because he's been a great part of my life. So I chose to stick him in here. Nijia. Wliwni Nijia. And he's my older brother, actually. So we're going to say Wliwni Nidokan. Wliwni Nidokan. And then, you know, we should be doing this before we leave these videos. Because this is why I'm doing this and why I'm here, is because I've had teachers, and I'm doing this for some of the elders that have not been as good at the language, or had as many people to practice with over time, and so we're trying to get that revived and get that worked out. And so to say that they're a valuable person, or like an elder, that's part of your community, valuable in your community. I have a dictionary where I just did this one word for my elder before I even started these videos. So you can consult that. I do it kind of weird and slow. That's where the emphasis should be. So, do wino. And so we're gonna say Kizo wado wino. Wliwni Kizo wado wino. Wliwni Kizo wado wino. Kchi Wliwni Kizo wado wino. They will all change when you try to say multiple friends, multiple brothers, multiple elders. And so, you know, we're going to go through all those other words too, but there have been a couple reasons why I wanted to make sure that I honored the life givers first, the water carriers, the ones who gave us the life. We're given some, paying our respects and given some gratitude towards these folks here. So, but we do have to pay respects to our teachers because I have to anyway, because I have teachers that have spent a lot of time and energy, you know, teaching this language, providing me with text, and elders. But I want to make sure that you can thank your teachers as well, and they are your teachers, the people who I'm thanking. So we're gonna give them a big thanks. So Kchi Wliwni. Abenaki Language. So the emphasis is on the gam. Abenaki Language. Kchi Wliwni. Abenaki Language. Abenaki Language. So these are our teachers. I have been taught well, but you know, you're going to have other teachers as well, besides me as well. So hopefully you'll be able to use this one a lot, and you'll be able to respect your elders. We do have a couple of elder teachers, and we have those are the ones who have made these audio files for us that we have. So hopefully you really enjoyed these 3 videos. This is just kind of giving you an introduction to Awanis, all of our matriarchal relations, and the way to thank them for giving us this life. These are the people who we're interacting with at first, you know, our mom, maybe our dad as well, our grandma, and then the Great Spirit. You know, these are our life givers here. So we'd like to say Kchi Wliwni. Kchi Wliwni. We were just learning this one word, Wliwni. But I think the thing is that I wanted to give you some things to say thank you to, so that you're not just saying Wliwni, like to nothing, you know. And then also to have some pride in who you're, which Awanis, which Awanis that you are Wliwni, that you're thanking. Because I think that it's really important to think about these things intentionally. So hopefully you've intentionally thought about Kchi Wliwni Nigawes. All right, thanks a lot. And, you know, subscribe, share with your friends. Please send me some comments, at least whether or not you liked the video and if it was helpful. All right, thanks a lot, guys, and take it easy. Love ya.